Nithyanandam, welcome back to the show and apologies for the technical glitch. We are back. And today we have with us our special guest, Ma Nithya Ramani. And the question that we had for her is that how, taking responsibility for others in authenticity has purified her, because Swamiji says when we take responsibility for others in authenticity, that purifies us, purifies our being. And Ma Nithya Ramya has mentioned that during that persecution, it was a very challenging time for her, but even then she remained committed to Swamiji, to the Sangha. And even when people were questioning her, abusing Swamiji, she said that first she would just listen to them very patiently, provide them with her listening, and then she would answer them. So she took responsibility to enrich the other person about the truth. So welcome back, Ma Nithya Ramya Ma, welcome back to the show. And if you could please share with us, Ma, how taking responsibility for others in authenticity has transformed you, has purified you.
I was very irritable person from inside before I met Swamiji, having gone through a lot of things in my own life. When the persecution happened, what has been changed inside me is I learned the tyaga of anger, tyaga of non-violence, and being irritable person, I hardly used to give listening to others, and that put forth me on the first list that I have to give listening to people. So tyaga of violence, tyaga of anger, tyaga of non-listening has put me myself to be in the space of listening and a pure space of I understood that my life is for others. My life is for others. I have to take responsibility. As I take responsibility for myself, I have to take responsibility of others. That's what I understood from this. I learned from this big incident that, like how when Swamiji walks in the room for energy darshan, when he starts energy darshan, he will be full of bubbling with energy of love, energy of that commitment, energy of authenticity, energy of integrity, responsibility, and enriching. I thought if I can become a small channel of Swamiji, it will be great contribution of myself to the Sangha. And that's how the journey started with, we have a home temple because deities, we have to close down the center and etc. And we have to ship the deities to few people's house. Slowly we started taking responsibility to conduct certain programs so that people come to be connected to Swamiji again. And that's how we had run the Sangha for 1 year. And reaching people with small programs, home programs with Nitya Dhyan, satsangs, pujas, guru pujas. Yeah. So my biggest learning and changing from this incident is tyaga, and the purest space of life is for others. That's all I wanted to share.
You're so right. Actually, Swamiji says the commitment alone is not enough. It is the responsibility that we take for ourselves and others that actually is very important, most important. So, Swamiji himself expands this on the importance of responsibility, not just commitment. So let us now hear directly from Swamiji on this important aspect. How Swamiji says integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and passing. So let us now directly hear from Swamiji.
I am going to create a set of series of important discourse videos to help all of you understand the common questions like how can I expand my wealth creation ability? I feel I am stuck. I am not sure about my boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse. I don't know whether I want to continue this relationship. All these kind of common problems and questions. So yesterday we were having a kind of a discussion with some of my Sri Mahants and Mahants, would-be Mahants. One disciple, very sincere disciple, but he has not yet committed himself to be a Kotari or Tanidar or Mahant. Suddenly, casually I mentioned that you should commit to become a Mahant. No, I did not even use the word you should commit, I said you should become a Mahant. He immediately got up and said, Swamiji, 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 I am afraid of commitments. I want you to solve this conflict. I don't know what to do. This responsibility, commitments, all this, I am very afraid. So I had few minutes of clarification showering, concentrated chemotherapy on him. Listen, clarification showering, concentrated chemotherapy. Listen, I am defining these two words. Responsibility is not commitment. Commitment is not responsibility. You can be responsible, totally non-committed. You can be committed, never be responsible. I'll differentiate. I'll explain. If you are constantly thinking about your future from powerlessness and go on thinking what all can go wrong, your involvement is called commitment. If you are constantly looking at your future from the space of completion and go on looking at what all can go right, your involvement is called responsibility. Listen, I am the symbol of total responsibility and complete non-commitment. I am totally responsible, but completely non-committal. If just a devotee who has attended some free program sometime, if he is bitten by a snake or if he is caught into some accident or if he is in emergency, one phone call, I'll personally attend and talk to my secretaries or whoever and see to it that constantly is attended and I get the response back, whether healing or whatever. I can help. You will see that responsibilism. Same way, if you live around me, you can very clearly smell I am completely completely non-committed to the whole thing. Listen. Any future plan which erupts out of the pattern, what all can go wrong is commitment. Any future plan which comes out of the completion, what all can go right is responsibilism. Responsibility. He asked me again, then what is accountability, Swamiji? I said, if you are constantly thinking from what all can go wrong, even if you are committed, you may be accountable, but you will not be accountable. You may be accountable, you will not be accountable. You will just stand and say, yes, this is what I am, what can I do? This is where I am. So understand, this subject is very, very, very confusing and people feel no. At least in responsibilism, I don't want this to be separated. Because in the name of responsibility, you get a little consolation to worry, space to worry. You are so addicted to worrying. I took away all your possibility for worry. If you are integrated, no worry. If you are authentic, no worry. But if you are responsible, you can continue to worry. In the name of responsibility. Now I am purifying the concept of responsibility. Listen. If you can move based on what all can go right. I am not saying don't look at what all can go wrong. You may not need to look at what all can go wrong if you look at what all can go right intensely. Looking at what all can go right, I tell you, looking at what all can go right gives you the ability to start 2000 projects. Even if you win in 20, you will be in the space of unimaginable expansion. The mind which looks at what all can go wrong will not even move to the second project. People constantly say, from morning I was making this call, this. Understand? Even when you are doing some action, is your worrying pattern keeping quiet? Is your lust pattern keeping quiet? Is your fear pattern keeping quiet? Even when you are working, doing your work, all the three are functioning. Same way, instead of lust, fear, worry, why can't your planning, celebration, gratitude function? It is just simple training. Whether you function from fear, lust, worry, or function from planning, celebration, gratitude, planning, completion, gratitude. Listen. Listen, I am giving you a very important sacred secret as per the yogic tradition. The moment you are born, you reside only in Anandagandha. Anandagandha is the space from which your soul, your consciousness operates in your body. While you are doing all your regular lifestyle routine, either you choose to allow your lust, fear, worry as an involuntary, habitual function, or you can voluntarily build planning, completion, gratitude. Either you can allow involuntarily lust, fear, worry, or planning, completion, gratitude. It is just consciously building. But don't tell me the worst lie. I was busy in this, so I could not do that. You have multiple possibility and multi-dimensional. You are multi-dimensional by nature. While you are working, if you are not planning in a multi-dimensional way, you are worrying or caught in the lust and fear. Be guaranteed about it. This truth needs to really get into your system. This truth need to really get into your system. Listen. Only then you will understand the difference between commitment and responsibility. If you don't take responsibility, you are beaten black and blue by commitment in the life. When you take responsibility, you are given the reward of the freedom from all commitments. A responsible person has no commitments. This is exactly the principle on which I wanted the new generation to evolve. Please listen, very soon, this going to this office is going to be completely disappearing all over the world. Only for surgery people may gather in a common place. For surgeries, not even outpatient treatments, that will all become a telemedicine. For a surgery, only for surgery, you may go to a common place where the doctor also comes. Other than these few things, basic things, where an object need to be handled. As far as surgery is concerned, for those few hours you are an object only. A doctor has to look at you as an object and handle you. Or item needs to be produced. Only those few rare exemptions people are going to gather together. Otherwise, this concept of going to office is going to die. And in India already it is now very popular. Cloud campus, they call it. Students don't go to school or education institution anymore. From the house, through the laptop, they get the best teachers. Best teachers and best educating method. Cloud campuses. I am picking up that system and working. That is why I know that name. I was planning to name it as a Cloud9 campus. I am already working on it. Soon you guys will have, all our major ashrams will have the Cloud9 campus. Listen. With responsibility, the commitments are going to be dropped. More and more, the responsibility is going to rule the planet Earth, not the commitment. Commitment may be in the initial level a nice way of teaching you responsibility, but commitment should never be a lifestyle. It is like to make a reinforced concrete pillar, RCC pillar. You make a wooden box and pour the concrete into it. Once the concrete is set, it became a pillar. Naturally, the wooden box had to be removed. You don't need the wooden box. Wooden box is like commitment. Pillar, RCC pillar is like responsibility. Commitment may be an initial help for you to become responsible, but once you become responsible, you will be free from commitments. I want responsible sannyasis, not committed sannyasis. No. Responsible disciples, responsible human beings, not committed human beings. I know there are some fools who are committed, literally living such an intense committed life. They just die out of tiredness and boredom. That's all. They do not know what is life. And they all the time blame the people who are non-committal. If you are committed, who asked you to be committed? You are a fool. You don't know how to take responsibility, so you are living and dying as committed. If you know to take the responsibility, commitment is not required at all. Maybe commitment is just initial level, wooden box for the RCC, concrete to settle, to become a pillar. Maybe at the level of Tanedar and Kotari you need commitment. If you are still committed at the level of Mahant and Sri Mahant, we need to look into the whole system. And you, at the level of Mahant, you are expected to be responsible. And if you become neither responsible nor committed, then I'll naturally opt the better option, at least be committed. I have seen recently a famous trend setting up. Anybody who is not working under you properly, just give promotion and send him out of your area, your zone. Giving moksha to others with a lot of priya is not the definition of the word moksha priya. I have seen people, if they are not working properly under you, just promote them and move them out of your zone. Then you are free. It's called promotion punishment. See, when you are not responsible, if you are promoted, either you are punished or the system is punished. If you are not responsible, if you are promoted, either you are punished or the system is punished. Either you are punished or the system is punished. Listen. 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 Either you are punished or the system is punished. Commitment is not what I am teaching. Commitment is an initial support for responsibility to grow. When a small banyan sapling is growing, you may need a fence around the tree. That fence is like a commitment which is needed for the responsibility to grow. Tree is responsibility. Once the responsibility grows, the fence need to be removed. Otherwise, sometimes the fence itself becomes a bondage. There are very rare beings, completely responsible, completely committed, never feel they are committed. Because their inner space is so free. They don't feel they are committed at all. So listen the basic principles. Then we will study on exemptions. Because the moment I describe exemption, everyone imagines they are the exemptions. No. Listen. Commitment is not responsibility. You can be committed exactly on time, can go and sit in the enriching temple and come out only when everyone comes out, but not taking any responsibility. I have seen people abusing their own life. They will show such high commitment, but never responsible. Person who is highly responsible may not even need to be committed. If the responsibility has grown, then commitment protection is not required. Till the responsibility grows, commitment is a protection for responsibility. After responsibility grows, the same commitment is a bondage for responsibility. But everyone thinks already their responsibility is grown. That's where the problem starts. If your responsibility is grown, you will be delivering, not reasoning. If you have, please listen, valid reasons plus work not done can never be equated to the work done. Responsible person delivers. That is why now I evolved a new system. I give opportunity, equal opportunity to all. Have the opportunity. Show the responsibility. And a responsible person is such, everyone around you becomes responsible. The power of responsibility is such, everyone around you becomes responsible. Everyone around you becomes responsible. Responsibility is fire. Everyone around you will just terribly impressed, inspired, want to be part of you. They will be awestruck by you. Commitment can be sometimes binding, boring, but responsibility is liberating, rejoicing, liberating and celebrating. Only in the level of Tanidar or Kotari, I expect commitment from you all. But the moment you move to the next level, I only expect responsibility from all of you. Means delivering it. Delivering it. That's all. Till you learn to become responsible, commitment is needed, like an initial protection. If there is no initial protection fence, a great banyan tree can be killed as a small sapling by an ordinary goat. You need high protection. High protection. Listen, high protection. Commitment can be an initial level protection for the responsibility to grow. But commitment can never be a lifestyle. It should never become a lifestyle. Responsibility should become the lifestyle. Commitment is like asking you to give your thumb impression when you come, when you go. Responsibility is like you having the key of the whole thing. But there are many people who have key but not responsibility. They are the curse on the system. They are the suffering on the system. In responsibility, there is no question of reasons. You just deliver, and you know how to deliver. The moment you say, I am depressed, I am tired, I am struggling, then forget about it. Then you need commitment, not responsibility now. There is a big difference between these two. Sometimes they are completely different. Sometimes they can even be diametrically opposite. Diametrically opposite. Our school, whole Gurukul is built on responsibility. I want all of you to know, our kids are 2 years ahead of their syllabus. 2 years ahead of their syllabus. For their age, if the kid is supposed to be in the age of, at the 10th class in outside schools, the same kid in our school is completed 12th class, 12th grade. I am giving you an example. If a kid is supposed to be 8th outside school for their age, here they finish 10th grade in distinction, flying colors. I push commitment as a punishment for not taking responsibility. If you take responsibility, I will be the first person to free you from all commitments. When the responsibility does not grow, I ask you to be committed. I really want a new human beings to evolve, who are highly responsible, totally non-committed. Highly responsible, totally non-committed. Hope to see those beings soon. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone.
Such a profound revelations and cognitions that Swamiji has given us. And since we are coming to the end of the show, I just have one question to Ma Nithyaramana, Ma Nithyaramya Ma. And what is the powerful cognition, Ma, that you have gotten from this satsang of Swamiji?
Is going to happen. I can give you small example what Swamiji shared in. This one is a very simple example. Every couple, every male, every female will relate to it. So we get married and we commit for a kid. To fulfill that commitment, we have to do something. We have to take that responsibility to bring the good soul into this world. So unless and until we take that responsibility, the good being, the good soul is not going to land on this planet Earth. So everything, even if you commit something, have some deadline. That's what we do to become manifest as SJP and Karta. That we have to complete this, our commitment, take the responsibility and fulfill that commitment with that responsibility to reach our goal, to fulfill the mission and vision of our Sangha. That's what I would like to share here. And this is what I learned over the period of time.
Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing all the experiences you've had with Swamiji and all the powerful cognitions and the strength that he has given you to withstood the persecution and to hold the Sangha, the Singapore Sangha, even though you were questioned by people around you at your work, and even though you had, so many doubts and issues coming up, but Swamiji held you so beautifully. See, when we give, yes, Ma, definitely. And when we give our unwavering commitment to Swamiji Ma, he just go above and beyond to do everything for us, as how you shared, how constantly he is guiding your life and making everything possible for you. Now you just feel that, whatever is it that you want to manifest, it's just going to happen. You've already experienced it, and you know now you just need to talk to Swamiji, just request him, just pray to him, to his Atma Murti, and he will immediately attend. Thank you so much, Ma, for your presence today on this show. And thank you.
Swamiji, whatever we are, it's all because of him. All his teachings in our life has changed us a lot. This journey wouldn't have been possible without Swamiji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. So now let us end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam.
And thank you all.